And a good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of PBA basketball. And we have got a great matchup for you. We've got the Lancaster Thunder taking on the Atlanta Storm. As we are getting ready, Lancaster, getting ready to tip off. We are underway. Here we go. It's time to play some PBA basketball. Lancaster with the basketball. Over the top of the key, shoots a long three, rebounded by Jeremy Steele. And here comes the Atlanta Storm, just bringing it down the court. Shot is off. That is going to be no good. And another turnover. The Storm driving the lane is Malik Avery and scoring. So the Atlanta Storm leading 2-0 here. Lancaster. Three-pointer is good. Trying to see who ended up making that shot. As Jawasa Collier. Shot is off. Oh, and it's stolen by Darius Sizemore. Just could not finish. Lancaster with the basketball. Corner three, no good. And that one was rebounded by number 5, or that's Jawasa Collier. Let's take a look at number 30 there, Sean Rogers. We got number 16. These are players for Lancaster. As they are wearing the white jerseys. It's Collier. Top of the key. Looking for a player driving inside, and we're going to get a foul. 3-2 is your score. 8:15 remaining here in the first quarter. When actually we got a jump ball here. Tyron McClure, you could see for Lancaster, and that is taken by Rogers. But it is stolen once again. D'Angelo Anthony for Atlanta. Driving the baseline and scoring. And the Storm back on top by 1. A long three by Corey Benton is no good. Rogers trying to get the rebound, gets the offensive rebound. He's got the open lane down. Oh, and could not make it. But cleaning up the glass, good second chance effort. Benton ends up scoring to give Lancaster a 1-point lead. Love seeing back and forth basketball. That shot is no good. Here comes Lancaster. Once again, Benton. Corner three, no good. Rogers, offensive rebound. Back out to Benton. Benton. Up. Could not make it. And here comes the Storm. Nice pass. Corner three. Good. Atlanta leading 7-6. Nice pass inside to Rogers. We've got a couple of lead changes back and forth here in the first quarter. This is the type of basketball you like to see. You got Lancaster in their zone defense. We got a timeout, 6:36 remaining. It's actually 7-7 here as you are watching PBA basketball. And welcome back to the action. We are at the Parks and Recreation Gym. I want to say this is in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but we'll get confirmation on that. 7-7 is your score. The Atlanta Storm and the Lancaster Thunder. And what a shot. Atlanta back up by 2. There's a possible 3. McClure swinging it around. That's Benton for 3. Gives Lancaster the 1-point lead. Actually, did score a 3 there. No, that's actually a 2-pointer. They're calling that one a 2-pointer. Back to a 1-point lead. Storm misses the shot. Here comes Lancaster with a rebound. Trying to go coast to coast. Benton for 3. Once he starts to heat up, he is a elite shooter. We got the Storm trying to retake the lead. That shot is off by Sean Boozer. And here comes Rogers. Rogers to the lane and cannot finish. Look, good hustle there by Rogers, getting his own rebound and scoring. Lancaster with a 3-point lead over Atlanta. And that pass goes out of bounds. Back to Lancaster. It is a great day for some PBA basketball. We got a fantastic matchup here. The Atlanta Storm and the Lancaster Thunder. We did see Lancaster taking on the West Virginia Flyers a couple of weeks earlier. Very familiar with these teams. That 3-pointer is no good. Good rebound there by the Storm. And here comes Atlanta on a fast break. And we have got a whistle. It's going to be a foul that's going to be a non-shooting foul. And Lancaster, or the Storm, actually will bring it inside. Off the inbounds, no good. Lancaster with the rebound. Trying to get squeezed through traffic there, McClure. There's a 3-pointer. Yes! Great shot by number 22, Jaden Geis. Largest lead of the game for Lancaster as they now lead 15-9. And the Storm able to chase that one down. Good job there by the Storm. Oh, pump fakes. Shoots. Man, that's going to be out of bounds. 15-10 with 4:26 left to go here in the first quarter. Lancaster, that backcourt, Jaden Geis, McClure. Jaden Geis. Haney hits another 3. That's his second 3 of the game for Jaden Geis. 18-10 is your score. Lancaster with their largest lead of the game. Here's Boozer driving the lane. Boozer slices and dices the defense. And into the hands of Lancaster. Rogers. Yes, count the bucket. Rogers is going to be fouled on the play, and Rogers is going to go to the line for the N1. If you don't like that, you don't like PBA basketball. Going to the line will be Sean Rogers for Lancaster. That was Lancaster really trying to extend their lead even further. And Rogers hits it. 21-10 is your score. And here comes the Atlanta Storm. Taking it across the timeline is D'Angelo Anthony. Being guarded by McClure. Gets by McClure, gets by Rogers, and scores, and is fouled in the play. So D'Angelo Anthony, he wastes no time and gets the bucket and the foul. He's like, you know what? I'm going to take on 2 defenders. And drives the lane. So going to the line for the Storm is D'Angelo Anthony. What a move by Anthony. That was just quickness and able to slice and dice the defense. Anthony definitely has some ball skills, ball handling skills. Basket's good. So the 3-point play counts. It's now 21-13. Here comes the Thunder. Thought about the three. There is a 3-point shot that's off the mark by Jarrell McCray, but the Thunder able to get the rebound. Rogers gets fouled. I tell you, the hustle plays by Lancaster, the second chance points, has been the difference here in this ball game early on. And once again, Sean Rogers, who draws the fouls, he is at the line for two to try to extend this lead for the Thunder. And Rogers misses the first. Thought that was a pretty good effort there by Rogers. Rogers at the line and misses them both. Let's see if the Storm can take advantage. Trailing by 9, driving the baseline, misses the shot, but that would be a foul. Was that in the process of shooting? Yes, it was. And back at the line will be D'Angelo Anthony. And I got the score wrong. It's actually 21-13. Now 21-13. And he makes them both. It is now 21-14. All right, Lancaster with the basketball. McCray pump fakes, puts up a shot. No good. Good offensive rebound. Takes it across the key. Swings it around for Rogers. Corner three. Another offensive rebound. McCray off the glass. How about that shot by McCray? And that basket is good. So it is now 23-17. Oh, what a three-pointer. Answering back once again. 26-17, as you can see on the scoreboard right there. They are trading baskets here. And we do have a foul. Going to the line will be Sean Boozer with 1:53 left to go here in the first. Shot is off. Makes one of two. Here's a three-point attempt by Jaden Geis. No good. Here comes the Storm. Driving the lane is Sean Boozer. Cutting it to 6. 26-20. Lancaster on top. McClure. Shot no good. And rebounded and up and in. Good play, Lancaster. 8-point lead as the first quarter winding down. Look at Lancaster in the full court press. Anthony with it, driving. Anthony behind the back spin move. That is going to be an offensive foul on Anthony. 28-20 is your score. Lancaster with the basketball back. Driving the lane, but gets fouled. And Demetrius Long, I believe. Well, no, that is I'm trying to see who that number is. That is Kyron McClure. That will go to the line for the Thunder. McClure misses the first shot. He'll go to the line for the second shot. And he makes one of two. 9-point lead for Lancaster. Nice move. Boozer driving the baseline, had the double team. Boozer's going to get fouled with 40 seconds. It's a non-shooting foul, so the Storm will inbounds it underneath the basket. In a high-flying first quarter so far between two athletic teams in the PBA. Off the inbounds. Oh, what a play. Right off the inbounds. But that's going to be a foul again on Lancaster. The officials wasted no time. They're going to the line. Darius Sizemore is going to take this. Pretty decent crowd here in this gymnasium. I see we got the walking trail up in the rafters. That's always good to catch a basketball game and get a little workout in. Darius Sizemore makes one of two. Oh, man, they are trying to distract him at the free throw line. He makes both of them. It doesn't matter. You can't distract him. They're having like thunder sticks or something. Here's McClure. McClure for three. Back of the iron, no good. I tell you what, the big story is Lancaster's ability to get offensive rebounds. But Atlanta can probably hold for the final shot of the first quarter to try to cut in this lead. They trail by 7. Here comes D'Angelo Anthony running the point. Driving, Anthony slicing and dicing the defense, getting his own rebound. And gets fouled in the process with 11 seconds remaining. Is that Anthony who's going to take these foul shots? Let's see. Yes, sir. D'Angelo Anthony trying to cut into this lead. Lancaster leading 29-22. Anthony misses the first shot. Anthony's got another opportunity here for a foul shot. Anthony makes one of two. All right, here we go. Lancaster can now hold for the final shot of the first quarter. Little alley-oop stolen by Atlanta. Does Atlanta have what it takes? Oh, blocked. That's how the first quarter ends. Lancaster leading Atlanta 29-23. We'll be back in just a bit as you are watching PBA basketball. And we are back, start of the second quarter. Atlanta with the basketball, trailing by 6. Little alley-oop pass. Nice pass from Jawasa Collier. Top of the key, Malik Avery. Avery, three-pointer. Back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Here comes the Thunder on the alley-oop. Cannot get it and have missed the second dunk. And they cannot connect. That's 3 attempted shots on that sequence. Could not come up with it. And then Collier ends up slicing and dicing the defense to get the bucket. And now Atlanta trails by 4. That was a good defensive effort by the Storm. McClure, top of the key, driving, trying to stay with it. As I want to thank those fans there. Just hey, on a block. I know. I'm telling you. That was a big block by Lancaster, but that will be out of bounds off Lancaster. Nice pass inside baseline. Jumper. Good. Malik Avery cuts it to 2. How about this comeback by the Atlanta Storm? McClure going to take time with this one. Corey Benton driving the lane. That's DL Buanga. Almost got it stolen. Atlanta needs a stop here. And that's a good play because Lancaster really needed a bucket. Count the bucket, go into the line for the and one, or not. We're going to say, yeah, that was an offensive foul. So let's take those points off the scoreboard. Atlanta's got a chance to tie it. It's 29-27. Sean Boozer. It's going to go back to Lancaster. Benton swings it in the corner. Bounce pass top of the key. Jaden Guy's three-pointer is good. And Lancaster is able to cut the run that Atlanta was on. They're now up by 5. How about that move by Jawasa Collier? That's a big boy move right there. Here comes Corey Benton. Benton, spin move. Kicks it back out to the shooters. Benton for 3. No good. Fighting for that offensive rebound. Lancaster, second chance points. That's been the key today. Benton looking for the screen. Oh, he could shoot. He could let one fly, but I think that was a moving screen, and it's going to go back to Atlanta. As you're watching PBA basketball, we are in the Parks and Rec Gymnasium. Decent crowd here. Yeah, refs are trying to sort out like where they want to inbounds this or who is it going to be off of. It's clearly Atlanta ball, but I think that they're having a discussion about possibly maybe a foul. But no, discussion over. And Atlanta will have the basketball. Down by 5. Trying to get that screen. Kicking it inside. 3-pointer is good. And I believe Lancaster's up 34-32. Almost got it stolen. Nice pass. Inside. Benton now with it. Benton lets an NBA 3 go. Unbelievable. Benton's got Steph Curry range. That was absolutely incredible. It's actually 35-32. And then that is going to be a 2-pointer. So 35-34 now. And Benton, he's starting to heat up. Almost lost it right there. Gives it back. And Long ends up scoring. So Lancaster now up by 3. It's been a great back and forth game. Lancaster's really had the upper hand. That shot is no good. Benton with a rebound. And here comes Benton driving. He's got an open lane. Benton ends up scoring. What a move by Corey Benton. And he's heating up. Here comes the storm. How about that? Malik Avery with a big 3. They are trading buckets here. Benton looking for the screen. Benton. 3 ball. No good. Tip drill. Out of play. It will stay with Lancaster. But hold the phone, everybody. Looks like we have got ourselves a timeout. We will take one, too. Lancaster is, well, let's keep the action here. Thought they were about to go to a timeout. How about Malik Avery? He is heating up. Malik Avery back-to-back 3-pointers, and Atlanta takes the 1-point lead. Inside to Rogers. Rogers in the post. Benton wide open for a 3 and hits it. I'll tell you, Benton and Malik Avery are putting on a show here. Draining threes. It's 42-40. Driving the lane. Nice pass. But no good. Here comes Lancaster. And we got a whistle. Is this the timeout? Because you can't take them home with you. Might as well get them out of the way. They don't roll over to the next game. All right, Lancaster with the basketball, up by 2. Rogers with it. Over to McCray. McCray to McClure. McClure, man, what a crossover move. Nice pass. There's a 3-pointer that is off the mark, but ends in the hands and the rebound. Great job getting that rebound, but just could not finish. And Atlanta can tie it with a 2 or even take the lead with a 3. Here we go. They are just battling, trying to get this lead back. McCray with the rebound. McClure. And that is a bucket for Lancaster. And they got a 4-point lead. Oh, a no-look pass, 3-pointer, no good. Rogers with the rebound. And here we go. McClure almost lost it. That will be a foul. That will be a foul on Lancaster. But first, we got a timeout. We'll take one, too. Lancaster leading Atlanta 44-40 as you are watching PBA basketball. All right, play resumes here. Lancaster leading by 4. Atlanta basketball. Correction, Lancaster ball. It will be inbounds at the side. That is Jarrell McCray. We'll take this basketball here for the Thunder. McClure to Rogers. Rogers to McCray. McClure now with it. Inside to Rogers. What do we got? A whistle? Looked like it was a foul away from the basketball. Well, you got you got Lancaster lining up. That is a technical foul on Atlanta. So taking this technical foul shot is Kyron McClure. Lancaster will get the basketball as well. He makes it. And Lancaster will keep possession. Up by 5. And McCray to McClure. Looking for the screen. Top of the key. McClure dribbles between the legs. Offensive foul, Lancaster. They kind of knew it too. Tell you, this second half has been flown by. The Storm staying in this. Malik Avery, he's the shooter. Step back. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. He had that step back 3 like James Harden does. But how about that play off the glass? And it's now a 7-point lead for Lancaster. That was just a thing of beauty. Here's Malik Avery driving the baseline. Shot is good. How about Malik Avery? I think that was a 2, but we'll confirm that. And stolen. Stolen by the Storm. Yeah, it was a 2. Shot off the mark by Boozer. No good. Lancaster with the rebound. Benton. Intended for Rogers. It will go back to the Storm. So a couple of turnovers here by Lancaster is giving the Atlanta Storm a chance to get back into this game before the half. 47-42. With a minute 45 left to go. Rogers with the rebound. Here comes Rogers going coast to coast and gets the bucket. It's now 49-42 and no good. Rogers with the rebound. Here comes Rogers. Slicing the defense. McClure for 3. Yes. McClure is heating up and Lancaster back up by 10. Anthony being harassed by Rogers. Got to get it off the front court. Little tussle here. We got some players teed up. Little feistiness in PBA basketball. And these players are very competitive. They put it all out on the floor. Wear their emotions on their sleeves. They're just passionate players. They just love the game of basketball. I tell you, it really fired up the crowd here. I just want to see a good, friendly game of basketball. We will have a technical foul. Trying to see who from Lancaster is going to shoot this technical. Was it a double technical? Well, we're going to find out as the officials try to sort this out. I think if it was a double technical, they offset. They don't want to go into. I don't think it was a technical at all, but we'll see. Lancaster's got the ball. I think it might have just been a double foul. Well, anyway, Lancaster's got possession. Corey Benton's going to inbounds his ball for the Thunder. But the officials, they are talking it over. They're having a deep conversation. And with that, we've got a break. 52-42 with a minute 14 left to go until the half. Step aside, folks. You are watching PBA basketball. All right, play resumed. Lancaster with the basketball. That was Geist. It's like a moving screen. Atlanta will get the basketball back. And the officials trying to sort this one out. John Boozer will inbounds it on the side this time. Give is to Collier. Collier being guarded by Geis. Takes it across the timeline. Collier looking for the screen. And it's stolen. Benton up and in. 12-point lead for Lancaster with 37 seconds left. Oh, thought about the corner three. Driving the baseline and could not finish. Tip back out into the hands of Collier. Got another whistle. With 22 seconds remaining here in the half. What a game we have seen so far here. Atlanta with the basketball. Anthony. D'Angelo. Lost the handle. Stolen by Lancaster. Stolen right back by Atlanta. And that, we heard the buzzer. Not quite the half just yet. We'll sort this out, see who's going to have possession, who will take the final shot of the first half. Shot is off, no good. That shot is no good. And we are at the half. The Lancaster Thunder leading the Atlanta Storm 54-42. We'll go ahead and step aside here. We got one more half left to go here as you're watching PBA basketball. Back at the action. Lancaster leading by 12. Start of the third quarter. So we have a little break in action. Now we got the show on the road here. And we're switching sides of the court. Atlanta will now go from right to left. And there's a three-pointer off the mark by Anthony. Here comes Lancaster. Benton to Rogers. To McRae. Benton back over, swinging it. Geis, three. No good, but we do have a foul. That will be a moving screen on Lancaster. So here comes the Storm. Boozer dribbles, splits the defenders, little Euro step fadeaway, jumper no good. Here comes Lancaster on a fast break. Benton all the way to the rack and in. It's a 14-point lead for Lancaster. Here's a three-pointer. Atlanta's got to find a way to get back in this game. Rogers with the rebound. Here comes McClure. Trying to set up the screen was Jarrell McRae. Rogers, McRae with a rebound. McRae with a putback. And rebounded by, stolen by Lancaster. That will go back to Atlanta. We had a very interesting sequence of plays there. Atlanta basketball. Or is it Lancaster basketball? Looks like it's going to be Lancaster basketball. McRae, top of the key. Oh, nice pass inside to Geis. Rogers trying to get the rebound. They'll go back to the Storm. Darius Sizemore taking it across the timeline. Pokes it inside. Trying to post up. Little ISO ball there. Boozer. Little crossover move and splits the defenders and scores. What a move there. But Sean Boozer. And then McClure back over to McRae. McRae inside to Rogers. Got a foul on Lancaster. We'll go back to Atlanta. Boozer running the point, looking for the screen. Driving. Inside. Sizemore. Quickly doubled. Trying to get that give and go pass to Avery. Sizemore takes it out, and we do have a whistle. That shot will not count. We do have a whistle. Refs talk it over. Do we have an early timeout? I don't think it's a timeout. I think they're just regrouping. That is a timeout. All right. Well, Lancaster's leading 56-44. Back after this, watching PBA basketball. Timeout over. It's Storm ball. They trail by 12. Off the inbounds. Three ball. No good. But how about that offensive rebound by Boozer? into the hands of Rogers. Rogers misses, but McCray off the putback, trying to get the rebound, fouled on the play, and it will be taken underneath the basket by McCray. Or at least I thought McCray was going to take it underneath the basket. It looks like it's going to be Kyron McClure. Inside to Rogers. There's McClure. Inside to Rogers. Another whistle. We got a couple of post players that they like to shoot it, but also dish it in down low. Foul is called. Lancaster basketball. It's great being at a gymnasium where you have the walking track up in the upper deck. You see the kids trying to get their cardio workout in. There's a three-pointer. Yes! Was that Corey Benton? I don't know exactly who got that bucket, but it's now 59-44. Malik Avery. I want to say that was Benton trying to answer with a three of his own. And here comes Lancaster. Oh, Rogers ends up saving it. And then stolen. Stolen by Boozer. Boozer steps up. Jumper. Good. Sean Boozer. It's a 15-point lead for Lancaster. And I think that was Kyron McClure that had the three-pointer. That three-pointer is good, and that is number 22, Jaden Geis. And we got a foul. Geis stepping up big time. We have a little break here. We did have a foul at the line. There we are. Sean Boozer to the line for two for Atlanta. Misses the first. Boozer at the line for a second. Makes one and two. Lancaster with the basketball. McClure over to McCray. Inside to Rogers. Rogers shot up and in. Post play move there by Sean Rogers. 64-45 is your score. Boozer, that is going to be a foul on Lancaster. Will be Atlanta basketball. There you go. Get that cardio workout in. There's a three-pointer. Off the mark. Benton with a rebound. Benton. Rogers puts up a shot and gets fouled in the process. Little acrobatic move there by Sean Rogers, but he does draw the foul. It's actually 64-47 with 5:30 remaining here in the third. Rogers to the line. Rattles in and out. Rogers will get another opportunity here. Makes one and two. 65-47 is your score. The Storm with the basketball. Boozer. Nice pass inside, and scoring is Anthony. And here comes Lancaster, the Thunder. Top of the key, McClure. How about McCray for a big three? Jarrell McCray lighting it up at 69-49. 20-point lead for, almost a wedge ball. Don't get many of those in basketball. Collier slicing the dice in the defense and scoring. 69-51 is your score. Trying to change that. 68, correction. 68-51 is your score as we're trying to sync up with the scoreboard. As Collier misses the shot. Rogers with a rebound. McClure. McCray. McClure to McCray. The M&M boys. 70-51. Collier. Nice pass. Dishing it inside, but Rogers coming up with a rebound. Here comes Rogers. Nice pass to Rogers, and Rogers finishes. And Atlanta calls a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take one, too. 72-51 is your score. 3:52 left to go in the third. You're watching PBA basketball. All right, play is resumed here. Atlanta with the basketball. That shot is good by Cam Gardner. Atlanta trying to make their comeback here. McClure or Geis into Rogers. Rogers misses. Foul and shots coming up for Lancaster. 3:34 left to go here in the third. And Rogers will go to the line. There you go. Why don't you take a couple of laps there? We had some kids. See how fast you can go around that track. It's a 20-point lead for Lancaster. Rogers misses the second, but an offensive rebound there by Geis. Pulling it up. Correction, that is not Geis. That is DL Buwanga with 3:32 remaining here in the third. We got a jump ball. They actually just jump it up in PBA basketball. They don't have like possession arrow like college basketball or high school basketball. That shot is no good, but offensive rebounded. And Atlanta has an opportunity to shoot two. Now Sean Boozer, who's going to go to the line for two here. And he makes the first. Makes them both. Here comes the Thunder from Lancaster. Offensive foul, Lancaster. Atlanta's going to get the ball back as they are trying to make their comeback. Boozer splits the defenders. Finger roll. Cannot finish. Here comes Lancaster. Geist to Rogers. Rogers ends up scoring. What a play there. Sean Rogers, but what a pass by Jaden Geist. That's actually going to be an and one. Rogers has a chance for a three-point play. 75-55 is your score. Lancaster on top. And Rogers to the line. And he makes the and one. Anthony. D'Angelo Anthony. Off balance, puts a shot up. No good. Trying to get the rebound. Trying to stay with the rebound. And we've got another foul. Boozer. Over to Jeremy Steele. We have a number 6 on the roster, but I see 16, so I'm going to say that's Jeremy Steele. Alley-oop. McRae, corner 3. No good. And rebounded by Atlanta. Oh, what a pass. That was an elite pass. It was on a dime. Draws the foul, and Atlanta. Jeremy Steele with a chance for 2 to cut into his lead. As Lancaster leading by 21. And Steele makes the first. He's got one more. And makes them both. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Passing it around. Good play. Bobby Cornwell. Saw him a little bit. Saw some action here for Lancaster. Almost got it stolen. Back out. Slicing the defense is Steele, and Steele is going to go to the line for 2. So Jeremy Steele has an opportunity. Put some points on the board for Atlanta. We get a high five from his teammate, Sean Boozer. And they're good. They're just going in opposite directions on that track. There's like no right or wrong way to jog on that track. As Steele makes one of them. Steele misses the second. So he only made 1 of 2. Lancaster with the basketball leading 76-58. A minute and a half left to go here in the third. Oh, what a pass to Rogers. Rogers, he has just been a tremendous post player for Lancaster. Just finding the open cut and scoring. 20-point lead once again for the Thunder. And that's another turnover for Atlanta. It's going to go back to the Thunder. And here comes the Thunder once again. Up by 20. Drive in. Fadeaway. Jumper is good. 80-58, Lancaster on top. Anthony. Baseline. Got harassed by Cornwell and Shamarian Rogers. And I believe Shamarian Rogers was the one that ended up hitting that three. Kind of in the corner. Couldn't really catch the angle of who shot that. But this will be 2 foul shots coming up for the Storm. And to the line will be D'Angelo Anthony. Boy, the fans really getting into it here. Anthony trying to cut it to a 20-point lead for Lancaster. And Anthony makes both. Lancaster with the basketball, up by 20. Correction, up by 21. And will be foul shots coming up for Sean Boozer. Boozer makes the first. Boozer makes them both. Driving the lane, little finger roll. Oh, just went in and out. Opportunities, long. Misses the shot. Good defense there by Gardner. And Atlanta can hold for the final shot. Misses the shot. Cornwell with a rebound. 2 seconds. 1 shot. That's the end of the third quarter. We got 1 more quarter to go as you are watching PBA basketball. Start of the fourth quarter. Lancaster up by 19. And Lancaster will have the basketball first. There's Shamarian Rogers. Shot up, and that's going to be a foul in Atlanta. Will be a shooting foul Del Buanga will go to the line for 2. Makes the first. Back to a 20-point lead for the Thunder. Buanga misses the second. Atlanta with the basketball. Across the timeline, Collier. Boozer. Back over to Collier. Collier driving the lane. Collier splitting the defenders and gets fouled in the process. Jawasa Collier is going to go to the line for 2. They're not quite lining up on the free throw line just yet. Now they are. D'Angelo Anthony gets into place. First foul shot is no good. And he makes 1 of 2. Almost got stolen. That's blocked. What a block shot by Cam Gardner. Off the inbounds. 3-pointer, no good. Gardner coming up with a rebound. Here comes the Storm. Coast to coast. Tipped back out. That's going to be a whistle. It's like it will be a shooting foul and 3 foul shots coming up for Atlanta. And if anything, they could kind of slow the game down. Clock has stopped. They could try to regroup, get a couple stops to try to get back in this game. With the landscape of the NBA and the way that it's a guard-driven league, a 20-point deficit is never out of the question. You can always come back from a 20-point deficit. I think they play that same way here in the PBA. Both baskets are good. Got one more. D'Angelo Anthony. And he makes all 3. 82-66 is your score. And if you're Lancaster, you don't have to settle for jumpers. Take some time off this clock. Cornwell for 3, no good. And that was a big rebound by Boozer. Now here comes Atlanta. And a foul. It will be a non-shooting foul. Taking it will be Jawasa Collier. Collier. Inbounds. And nice shot for Sean Boozer. It's now 82-68. It's Atlanta trying to make their comeback. It was McClure. McCray inside to Rogers. Rogers up and in with the basket, and they needed that one to withstand the Atlanta run. We got a timeout on the floor, or just a whistle. Not a timeout. And here comes Lancaster. McClure. That was Geis. Top of the key. McCray into Rogers. And that is an offensive foul on Sean Rogers. Looks like we'd have a running clock, too. Yeah, I think we got ourselves a running clock here. There's a three-pointer. No good. Jeremy Steele able to check in. Corner three. No good. Atlanta wants to push it up the court. They're saying, let's not waste any time. D'Angelo Anthony with it, trying to get around his guy, being guarded by Benton. Anthony with a killer crossover behind the back. Step up jumper is good. How about that move by D'Angelo Anthony? How does it feel? It is 84-70. Shot, no good. Atlanta needs a stop. They need a stop here. Fighting for the rebound. 6:28 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Hang on to your hats, folks. Atlanta starting to make that comeback. But first, we got ourselves a timeout. 84-70 is your score. Lancaster on top. You're watching PBA basketball. Back at it here. Lancaster with the basketball, leading by 14. Rogers in the post. Rogers puts up a shot off the glass and in. Big bucket there for Sean Rogers. Here comes Boozer. Boozer, top of the key. Boozer, fadeaway shot, missed and fouled. There'll be free throws coming up for Sean Boozer. Atlanta is hanging tough, trying to make their comeback. They've trailed by as many as 20. Boozer makes the first. He's got high scoring, high flying action in the PBA. Boozer makes them both. And here comes the Thunder from Lancaster. Taking it across the timeline, McClure. McClure looking for the screen for Rogers. McClure, corner, three, off the mark. We got a whistle. Do we have a timeout? Well, we'll find out in just a bit if that was a timeout. I think it was a foul. Yeah, I believe that was a foul. So free throws coming up for Atlanta. Sean Boozer back at the line. If they could cut it to single digits, Atlanta has got a chance. Boozer makes the first. Boozer getting ready to make the second one. And he makes them both. It's a 12-point lead for Lancaster. You talk about battling back for the Atlanta Storm. They did just that here. And Atlanta gets the basketball back. How about this play? Drive in the lane, and that's going to be another foul. And going to the line will be D'Angelo Anthony. Anthony can cut it to 10. Anthony steps up at the free throw line. He misses the first. Hit 674. Anthony back at the line. Here we go. And he makes 1 of 2. 11-point lead for Lancaster. Taking this one is Kyron McClure over to McCray. Atlanta needs a stop. McCray passes it into Rogers. Rogers with a hook shot, rattles in and out. Battling for the rebound. McCray comes up with it, and then he gets it stolen. Gets it stolen. Steal. Whistle. What's the call? Looks like it's going to be a foul. Foul on Atlanta. Lancaster will get the ball back. Here comes Lancaster. 5:07 left to go. McCray into Rogers. Rogers. McCray. Lost it. Stolen. Here comes the Storm. Boozer. Wide open. 3. Hits it. It's now a 10-point lead for Lancaster. McClure. McClure driving. McClure going to go to the line for 2. But first, we got a timeout. 4:23 left to go here in the fourth. It's a 10-point lead for Lancaster. You're watching PBA basketball. And welcome back. Lancaster leading Atlanta 86-76 with 4:23 left to go here in the contest. We have got to the line Kyron McClure for Lancaster. McClure makes the first. And he misses the second. Atlanta down by 11. Drive in the lane as Collier got it stolen. Gets knocked out of bounds. Might have lost the handle. It's going to go back to the Storm. A new player into the lineup for Atlanta. We got Boozer. We got Sizemore. Anthony. Anthony back out, swings it over. Shot off the mark, but good rebound there by Sizemore. Just could not finish. McCray passes it to Rogers and scores. 89-76. Boozer over to Anthony. Anthony trying to post up his player. Kicks it back out behind the arc. Driving the baseline. Fade away. Jumper is off. Rogers lobs it into Benton for three and hits it. What a shot by Corey Benton. Might have put a dagger on this one. Lancaster has been in control of this game the entire night. And Atlanta was hoping to cut it to single digits. We do have a timeout on the floor. 92-76 is your score. You are watching PBA basketball. And welcome back here. Lancaster leading Atlanta 92-76. Atlanta with the ball. It's like it's going back to Lancaster. Here we go. Lancaster. 16-point lead here. 3 minutes to go. We got Rogers swinging around. I think right now, if you're Lancaster, you just want to take off time off the clock. That shot is no good. Here comes Boozer. Boozer slicing the defense and up and in off the glass. 92-78, your score. Benton. Got some time off this clock. Benton now with it. Benton lets a NBA range three fly. Rattles in and out. Rogers cannot come up with a rebound, and it is rebounded by Collier. Swings it over. Anthony, no good. McCray with a rebound. McCray, he had an open lane. Now got two defenders. We got a whistle. This will be a foul, and going to the line will be Jarrell McCray. Trying to extend this lead for Lancaster. And he makes the first. 93-78. Lancaster up by 15. And he makes them both. Storm with the basketball. Collier. Collier driving. Collier scoring. 94-80. McCray. Nice pass inside. McClure. Oh, that shot is good for three for Corey Benton. It's now a 17-point lead. They're just trying to answer with a three of his own. McCray with a rebound. And a Rogers. Rogers cannot make it. Gets tangled up with Sizemore. With a minute 16 remaining. Correction, minute 19 remaining. chanting the "Let's Go Thunder." Darius Sizemore to the line with 1:19 left to go. Atlanta just trying to make it respectable. I think you're down by 17 with 1:19. Be barring some miracle. Looks like Lancaster's going to come out of here with the win. Cam Gardner coming back into the game for the Storm. Sizemore. See what he does here. Makes them both. Benton take it across the timeline. Screen by Rogers. Benton drives it. Shot. It's off the mark by Benton. That was McCray trying to steal it. Going up for a shot. Well, I tell you what, the fans, they're really getting into it. We got that one fan over there to the right. Just wants to stand up for her team, and I applaud you. You're just going to end up getting on TV, that's all. Top of the key. Driving the lane. Scoring in the lane. Less than a minute to go. I'll tell you what, that fan really is passionate about her team. Because that is rebounded by Rogers. Looks like Lancaster's going to come out of here with a victory. That was stolen by Atlanta. Atlanta just trying to make it close. There's a 3. It's back to a 14-point lead. And that is up and in. 101-85, and that is your final score. Lancaster ends up defeating the Atlanta Storm 101-85. Thank you for watching this PBA basketball broadcast. We will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.